Y'all, I'm pissed. I'm going to show you why in a minute. I'm going to show you a picture in a minute to show you exactly why I'm pissed. But this is exactly why us as a people, Black people, can't trust anyone. This is exactly why we have to think before we can open up to anyone. Even when they show us that they might be okay, they're not. They fake, they phony, and they always have an agenda. Okay? Now, the picture that I'm about to show you, it was done by kids. You could tell it was done by kids. But I want you to know that all of our neighbors here are palm colored. So that means that if the kids are writing this kind of stuff on the sidewalk in front of our house, where did they learn it from? These are the same neighbors who want to wave to you and smile at you. How you doing today? Bull crap. You know what I really wanted to say. Push come to shove, they all like that. And you can't trust any of them. Okay? But I'm going to show you this picture, and I hope it pisses you off just as much as it pisses me off. They used the sidewalk chalk that my grandbaby uses outside on the sidewalk to draw her hopscotches and tic-tac-toes and things like that. So she left a piece out there, so that's what they used. Right in front of our door. All right. I'm going to show you this picture. And like I said, I hope you get just as pissed as I am.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakwak, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wapim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kabakab coming at you with another lesson. And, this was pretty, it's like, I don't know how many times do we really have to say the same things over and over again, and it's just like, well, number one is this shouldn't be a surprise, number one, and then number two, Esau is just getting a lot more bolder and bolder when it comes to this. I don't know when, but although I will admit I don't know when this was done, but Esau has always been that way, where he will pretend to be, and that's what a lot of Jakes say as well, where when it comes to interacting with Edomites, they would rather just the Edomite be an open racist rather than a closeted racist. All right, where it's like, okay, well, when you're openly, racist, and then we know, okay, now we know what to expect. But then when you're closeted, that's dangerous, and that's worse, because now people think, okay, well, it's this person is okay, I'm gonna hang around this person because, oh yeah, we're safe and whatnot, and then you have a false sense of security, which, by the way, I've heard so many different stories of stuff happening where there's this one Eve. Let me take this off. There's this one Eve that went to a party, all right, with a bunch of, she was the only so-called black girl among all these Edomite girls, and I don't remember, I forgot the full story, but basically what I do know confirmed was that they beat the hell out of her, and I don't know if she's dead or not, but they beat the hell out of her and basically recorded it or live streamed it. And live streamed it. But basically, they were beating on her, and then they let the whole world see what they were doing to her when they invited her to one of the girls' house, and then they just live stream and publicize beating the girl down and stuff like that. So yeah, like this is the type of stuff that's like this. They're gonna pretend to be buddy and whatnot, and then that's when they show their hand. They reveal how things are to you. And this is why it's so important to remember, that these Edomites are not, your friends. All right. And to be extra careful about dealing with them. All right. Jake is too willing to be trusting and wanting to be friends with them, yet it gets Jake killed. All right. Now again, I really don't remember the freaking story. I hear different stories like that all the time, but I'm just trying to freaking give an example. But next, Ezekiel chapter 35. But at the very least, I do remember the stuff that's happening. So that's the minimum that I can say. Anyway, Ezekiel 35 verse 5. Because it has had a perpetual hatred and hath shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Basically, the thing here is that Esau, if you go up, it's going to talk about Mount Seir, and Mount Seir is the land of Edomites, and the Edomites are the people that this is referring to. The Edomites have they're a perpetual hatred, the same hatred that Esau had for Jacob. All right, Esau had a hatred for Jacob, and as a result of that hatred still lives on even today. Either well, I was about to say subconscious, but rather than subconscious, it's active. Okay, it's conscious. All right, where Esau is always trying to think about, oh well, how do I do this? How do I do that? And whatnot. All right, or what's this? How do I ruin this Jake's day or whatever? All right, and always bothering Jake whenever Jake is literally just minding their own business. Okay, I had to experience that myself as well. Proverbs 26 verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. And that's the thing you got to look out for. These people that are saying, because she was saying that all these people that are, oh yeah, we're friends,
before we can open up to anyone. Even when they show us that they might be okay, they not. They fake, they phony, and they always have an agenda. Okay? Now the picture that I'm about to show you, I'm pissed. But this is exactly why us as a people, black people, can't trust anyone. This is exactly why we have to think before we can.
Whatever. You basically get the point where she was basically talking about how even though people they'll wave you, they'll be nice or whatever, and then when you let your guard down, then they will backstab you. All right, which actually fits perfectly with this. John chapter 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. Ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Basically, lying. All right, lying and killing, getting people, primarily us, killed. All right. Showing those fake smiles, showing those, oh yeah, we're good, me and you, we're this, that, or the third, whatever. Oh, this is my black friend and whatnot. But yet they are a Klansman or whatever. Okay, I don't know if I could say that, but whatever, you get the point. All right. Now, Psalms 37 verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. And again, like, this is the main thing, and I just find it so fitting that the scriptures literally are so accurate. All right, when it comes to this stuff, like, if you did not know who the wicked were based off of their actions, you would be able to tell just based off of the similarities that you hear and see. All right, in the scriptures. All right. Like, how is it that we are not the people? I just remembered something and then I forgot what precept I wanted. Fuck. I forgot. Anyway, how is it that the scriptures tell us one thing and the scriptures just line up so perfectly. All right, the scriptures just line up so perfectly and lets us and shows us who we are. All right, I'm trying to remember what the other precept I was gonna get, but anyway, yeah, the Psalms 37 verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Okay, we're constantly being targeted, all right, by Esau. All right, Proverbs 12 verse 6, the words of the wicked are to lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver him. Okay, that's another thing where Esau is always trying to seek, well, how do I get these not two-thirds, how do I get these so-called black people destroyed? How do I fulfill my agenda? How do I do this, that, or whatever, and stuff like that? And that this is how we are seeing it, okay, through stuff like this, where we see that they're showing you how much they hate you. They're showing you how much they want you destroyed. This is the reality of it. Okay, they're showing you that they will never accept you as one of us because you are not one of them. All right, as one of them because you are not one of them. Slakia. All right. Psalms 59 verse 3, for lo, they lie in wait for my soul, the mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgressions nor for my sin, O Lord. All right, basically the thing here is that they're lying in wait, looking for, I need to find that perfect opportunity to destroy I keep on saying 2/3. I'm looking for that perfect, well, yes, technically 2/3, but still, I'm looking for the perfect opportunity to destroy these so-called black people, these so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, these Israelites in general. All right, they're always trying to look for a way, and this is how Esau works, because Esau is that cunning hunter. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakwah Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abba, and Shalom.